There are times when you need to take the IRS to court. For most taxpayers, this means the U.S. tax court. You can represent yourself, or you can hire a lawyer. Either way, it can be a daunting process. This video will provide an overview of the tax court process and give some ideas on how to present your case in the strongest possible light. About the tax court. The tax court is a nationwide court. It hears a wide range of disputes. The court is based in D.C., but travels to most major cities in the U.S. It does so several times each year. Most disputes in tax court involve IRS audits or IRS collection actions. The IRS is represented by an attorney who works for the IRS Office of Chief Counsel. This attorney is your primary point of contact and who you will be working with as the case moves forward. The procedures for the tax court are different from other courts. The primary difference is that the court expects the parties to stipulate or agree to facts and law. So if there are issues that the parties don't dispute, the court expects those issues to be resolved without needing the court's help. The other big difference is that there is no jury in tax court cases. The judges hear and decide the cases. Step 1. The first step in tax court litigation is to file a petition with the court, which officially initiates your case. For most audit and collection cases, this must be done within 90 days of the date on which the IRS notice was mailed. After filing your petition, the court will designate a trial date. You also have to file a designation of trial to tell the court what city you want to have the trial in. You can pick just about any major city for the trial. Step 2. The IRS answer. Once your case has been designated for trial, the IRS will file an answer to your petition. This answer will respond to the allegations made in your petition and set forth the IRS position on the case. It usually just says, admitted, denied, and not enough information to admit or deny. You can compare this to your petition to see what the IRS is admitting, denying, etc. Step 3. The discovery process is the next step in tax court litigation. During this phase, both you and the IRS can request information and documents from each other. This is typically done through what is called a Brannerton letter, which is an informal request for information and documents. You can send the IRS a Brannerton letter. They can send you one. If you do not get a response, you can then file formal discovery, such as a request for production or a request for admissions. The IRS can do the same. If the formal discovery is not responded to, the parties can ask the court to compel the parties to respond, and the court can even sanction the party who failed to respond. This process can continue until the court issues its standing pretrial order. This court order sets dates for the trial and other dates that have to be met. Step 4. The next step is often to make stipulations of fact and stipulations of settled issues. Stipulations of fact are agreements between the parties about specific facts related to the case. For example, you will want to stipulate to what records will be admitted into evidence. You may also stipulate to facts that are not disputed. Stipulations of settled issues are agreements between the parties about the resolution of specific issues in the case. So if there are 3 issues and the IRS is not contesting one of them, you may formalize this with a stipulation of settled issues. Step 5. The 5th step is the pretrial memorandum. This is a summary of the law, evidence, etc. It provides a roadmap for the judge to follow. The IRS will prepare one of these, and you need to do so as well. Step 6. The next step in tax court litigation is the trial. This is where the evidence is presented, and the court makes a decision in your case. The evidence can include records and testimony. The decision may be given to you in court, or the court may reserve ruling to a later date. Step 7. In many cases, the court will ask the parties to brief one or more issues for the case. This helps the court sort out the law and the parties' arguments. Step 8. Computations are next. This is the process whereby the IRS computes the tax due given the court's ruling. You may or may not agree with the numbers, and can still challenge any errors made at this step. Navigating the tax court system can be complex, but it shouldn't deter you from exercising your rights. If you don't want to go it alone, give us a call. Our experienced attorneys are here to help. Contact us today to see how we can help with your tax court case.